Welcome back to episode 244 of the God and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about God, guns, and the responsible Christian gun owners' interest. On this week's show, we'll be talking about or asking, are you walking dead?
Well, I feel like I have been.
You're back from the dead, Doug.
I am.
You're Lazarus.
I feel like it.
Put on my other glasses so I can read or see. One I have to use up close, another one I have to use for shooting and podcast. So our connectivity issues are horrible. I don't know what all is going on. So if we come and go and disappear, you guys will know what's going on. I can't see how anything's working on the other side right at the moment. I've shut down every computer I'm not using. I don't have to use. And Doug's going to have to do all the background work tonight. So, our Farmers Radio Network is our bandwidth sponsor. We want to thank them for everything they do to keep our shows out there so you guys can see them, even if we can't record them live. But they're out there for you guys to listen to. Podcast. Of course, YouTube is holding on to the videos at this point in time. And we're backing them all up just in case they get a little bit crazy. Also want to thank
Crossbreed Holsters. Hey, you've heard us talk about if you're carrying a gun and you got one in your truck, in your purse, on your person, next to your bed, Crossbreed makes a holster for you. Go check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross.
This week's Guiding Gun activities. Doug, what have you been up to? Last 2 weeks, though. You've been sick.
Yeah, last 2 weeks. So I've been doing my Sportsman's Daily Devotional. I did make it to church Sunday. I got out and actually made me feel a little bit better. So that was a win-win. Let's see. Like I said, like you said it, I've been sick, man. I don't know. It's just I got that dang flu shot, man. And ever since I got that, it's like it's hit me. But everybody at work's had it, so about the same thing.
They all had the flu shot, too.
Yeah, they did. We all took them the same day.
Everybody's sick at the same time, huh?
Yeah, they are. Get us all sick.
Starting to see the way things are working there, huh?
Yeah, the wonderful joys of working at a hospital, right? I wish I didn't have to take those flu shots, but unfortunately, I have no choice in the matter.
It's the same way in the military, though, isn't it? Don't you have to take all kinds of shots, whether you want to or not? You're property of the U.S. government.
Yeah, at least I only have to take one at the hospital, so that ain't too bad. Let's see, what have I been doing other than being sick? I've been bow hunting a few times. I've still yet to see a deer in the woods, so I don't know. It'll happen eventually. I'm heading down to Ossabaw Island on a trip coming up here in a few days.
Hopefully, it'll be cooling down because.
Well, Saturday here, this coming Saturday, it's supposed to drop down, like it's going to be a cold front or something. But Saturday, I think it's supposed to be like in the upper 60s at night and get up to like 80 in the daytime. And then as the week progresses on, by next Saturday, it's going to be like 51 over there and highs in the 70s. So that'll be, compared to what we've got right now, it'll be terrific.
Yeah.
I got my truck this evening, getting ready to come back home from work, and it said it was 101.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been upper 90s all week. And there's a wind and 90 something degrees. And everything here is crispy. I mean, the trees are crispy. All the crops are crispy. The cows are starting to look cold crispy. If we had pigs, we'd probably have bacon on the hoof, man. It's been dry roasting out here.
You got them poor black cows standing out in the sun.
Oh, they're smart. They'll come in when it gets up about 10, 11 o'clock. They head to the barn. They go get inside the barn. Yeah, they'll go get them a drink of water. Well, drink most of the tank. They'll go get in the barn and they'll wait until it cools down a little bit in the afternoon, and they'll come out and they'll eat the grass on the shady side of the barns. So they're grazing the shade of the barns, and then they'll go down the woods and and eat. They clean the woods up pretty good, and then they go stay in the creek, down the creek. I guess they're eating up mayapple and whatever else they can find. We got tons of mayapple. Well, we did have down there. They probably eaten all of that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
And we had some ginseng down in there. I ran across about 3 plants, but they were a little bit small. I thought maybe I'll get them next year. That's some good money right there if you could find enough of it.
Uh-huh.
We used to hunt that as kids. We'd go hunt all over them hills of Hart County.
Man, what you talking about?
Dig up them. We get a bushel sack, a big sack. Not bushel sack.
Grass sack.
Grass sacks, yeah. Dead brain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did too. Man, ginseng season, man. That's what Dad had us out doing.
Yeah. We used to get a lot of ginseng down in Hart County. Of course, Papa and Mom and Dad together, they had about 400 or 500 acres down there all around Linwood, up in them mountains and stuff.
Uh-huh.
We'd be killing copperheads and hunting ginseng. You'd find ginseng with copperheads all the time.
Oh yeah.
You smell one and then you see the other one. Let's see, where are we at here? You did your guiding guns and stuff?
I was going to tell you about one other thing. I was actually went down to one of my local gun stores the other day. Me and my son-in-law was out running around, and we stopped in there, and I was looking at knives. And they got a really nice knife. Well, they got several of them, but they got this real nice one down there. It's from a company called Spartan Knives out of Oklahoma. And they got a nice out the front. It's a double-edged blade, and it's made out of Damascus steel.
Ooh.
And it is nice. I looked them up on their website the other day, and for that knife, they had on the website like $169, I think is what they were asking for it. And
for an auto knife?
Huh?
Was it an auto?
Yeah. Yep. And the website was $169, but my gun shop here was selling it for $99. So it was the exact same knife. So I'm probably gonna go back down and pick that back up when I get back from this hunting trip.
Oh, somebody will beat you to it then.
Man, probably. But it was nice. Also, I've been advertising for our buddies from the Bulwark, our training class coming up in Andersonville, Georgia on December 14th and 15th. It's a Foundation Self-Defense handgun class. Going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait.
What date is it?
December the 14th and 15th.
I've got a shotgun class up here November 16th, I think. There's still some tickets on that if anybody's in the Kentucky area wants to come to defensive shotgun class. It's a 1-day class in Glasgow, so Tennessee's pretty close. So it'll be a 1-day event there. I think I'm going to take I know I'm going to take my Benelli M4. I've looked all over for a saddle for one, and I've not seen one that looks good for me yet. I got all kinds of stuff I'm turning off over here so I can focus on you guys. Sorry, but I've been looking forward to that class too. So, yeah, Gunner needs to come down to that class. That's a 2-day. That's the entry class, or the defensive pistol class.
Yeah. Uh huh.
That's December. That's so. Oh, he'd rather that far or not. There's a class coming up in November. It's a team class. It's called Castle Doctrine, and it's a 2-day course. And you work as a team, 2 people. So it'd be like you and your wife, or you and your neighbor. They're like on defend each other's property or something like that, or you and your son. So I've been talking to Gunner about it. I think it's like $600, but it covers both of you, And he hasn't had a real pistol class yet. I mean, he's had me teaching pistol, but he hasn't had a Bulwarks level class yet where he's been stressed and everything you need to be put under stress for the class. And it was with the carbine class, so the pistol class is similar. You'll be shooting probably as much or more pistol, probably more than you were with rifle.
Nice.
But I've had the defensive 1, defensive 2. What was the other third class? I've had some kind of a third level class, pistol, and then carbine, and then I've had some medical classes through them, some mindset classes. Of course, I took my instructors program, the Kentucky Concealed Carry Instructors Program through Bulwark. So
Oh, did you? That's cool.
yeah, so I've had a lot of classes with Eric specifically, and then the rest of the guys over the years, more recent. But yeah, it's good. I mean, the best thing, I mean, the hardest thing is once you get back from the class, you're excited, but then you don't go to the range enough to keep your practice up. So the biggest takeaway is they're teaching you to how to train yourself or how to get regular practice. So when you get home, they want you to practice those things that they taught you and practice moving, practice shooting around barricades, practice, pulling from concealment with pistols, and of course, practice on your marksmanship on the rifle and gun control, manipulation, moving between your primary and your secondary guns and things like that. So it's, those are great classes, and they're always trying to find new creative class. I was joking with Jesse about his tacos and tactics class in the show a couple weeks ago. Well, 3 or 4 weeks ago now, but that that's just something fun. But it's still he still threw a lot of tactical stuff in there for it. So
I guess this next class we got coming up down here, they're going to throw some new stuff in. So we'll be the first class to get to take that new one. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it is exciting. If my wife is not still mad at me by then, maybe I could sneak off down there too.
Is she mad with you?
Yeah. Right now, she might forgive me by our anniversary coming up. It's just a man thing. I can't help it. I'm just
DeVore?
No. I haven't bought anything I'm aware of that would have offended her. It's just I just didn't do all any. You flashing something, or you shooting a fly? Or?
No, I was looking at the YouTube side, and when it switches over to me, my camera is like blurry. But
on here it says your connection is poor. It says you're down to 185 kilobits per second on the download and 281 on the upload. So I don't know if you got something else going on your Wi-Fi, but that's what's showing on yours. Mine's still green for the moment, but we know that's all going to crash here in a second.
Probably.
If history is any indicator, if you guys are commenting, I can't see anything because I shut my other computer. I'm running on 2 computers instead of 3 tonight, trying to keep my internet going. I see okay, I can flip back and forth, but it takes me off my subject. Okay, so you were done with your gun activities?
Yeah, dude, it's got to be you, man, because I just went out on fast.com and did a speed test on mine. I'm getting a 160 meg right now.
Well, mine's showing green and yours is showing red on mine, so I don't know what's going on. Mine's clear on this side. Yours is blurry, so I don't know if it's coming between us or what. I'm not a computer dude, so I just pretend to be one on Thursdays. All right.
So, you can open up. Actually, you can open up, if you want to check yours, you can open up a browser and just type in fast.com, and it'll show you what your speeds are. And it takes like a second and a half to do it.
.87 millibits per second. This mine's 87. Now mine says poor.
You're at 87.
I was at 87. Now mine's gone red. Yours is red. I don't know. I give up. Let's get back to the subject before we get lost.
There we go.
Are you back?
I'm here.
Okay. So my guy activities. Did church Sunday, the Sunday before. Let's see what else. I want to shut my phone down because it's trying to do something over here. I'll turn it off the internet. I'm trying everything I can. We've had them. We had the internet company come out, run tests, and everything. They say everything's fine. So I don't know if I need a new router box or what. But went to church Sunday and did a lot of family activities this week. Daphne bought her a new car.
She did.
Yeah, she bought a Honda Civic, the one with a hatchback, and so we're selling her little Volkswagen Jetta turbo diesel. So Gunnar and Krista was getting that cleaned up and taking pictures of it this afternoon. What else we've been doing on the God side? Just really just doing family activities with helping my parents out a little bit this week, taxes, and we always have to file extensions because the corporate stuff doesn't get filed until September usually, and we usually end up filing ours in October. But so I've been working on our taxes this week and the farm, and Mom bought an RV, and so on a whim, and so I've been trying to get it ready for them to use and make it handicap accessible. So Bible study, I've been more proactive. I've been getting up early in the morning and reading the Bible and praying. I've got a big prayer list, and I'll tell you what, guys, the power of prayer, we take it for granted as believers. We don't use it. We don't utilize it, as we should. And I'm the chief guilty of that as anybody else, as much as anyone else. But, we think we have power in our social media and our friends and our influence and our church and things like that. But, we don't really have any kind of influence anywhere, in any way compatible with what God can do. And so we need to, God says that we perish for a lack of knowledge, and we lack for a lack of asking, because we don't ask, we don't receive. And so if we really understand, I'm as guilty of this as anybody, trying to do everything myself without asking God, thinking that I can do it. I'm one of those men that thinks that I can do everything I need to do to be able to take care of my family and stuff. And I laid in bed, I don't know, it was last night, probably both nights before, at the end of the day, and I was laying there and I was just like, God, help me. I just got to that point where I realized that I just can't do it on my own. And I keep thinking I can, and that's just a lie of the devil trying to get you built up in your own strength and your own ability. And I just was broken last night and the night before. I was really hurting. I re-injured my back and shoulder and stuff, picking up a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have been doing and moving stuff, and because I just I thought I was healed, and so I started doing stuff again, and I hurt myself picking up too much stuff, and it was just, the way this world is right now, and the amount of lies and deceit that's out there, and the hatred and the cheapness of life and the abortions, and it just, sort of got me to, I don't know, it was depressed or just weary. You just get sort of worn out with the way the world's going, and you see things going continually in a downward spiral, and you're like, God, we need your intervention, And so, and my simple prayer was, just help me. I don't know if you've ever gotten in that position, Doug, but
oh yes,
when there's more than you can do, there's not enough time to do everything that you need to do in a day, and you just get to that point where you're just exhausted. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm just exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I am relationship wise exhausted. all the friends that we had at Calvary when we moved back up here. We stayed connected with them for about a year and a half, and then their kids have gone off, and then they've left the church. Another family that we were close to has left the church, and they're moving to out west, and our family's just going different directions. Daphne's working all the time. Gunner's getting ready to go off to college, and my parents are just not getting better. They're needing more and more help, and the church is wanting more and more from me, and I just rotated off as a trustee, and it was just a burden off my back because it was just like it was more than I wanted to carry, and I don't know if that's just selfishness of myself, but life will get you down, and waller you, as Papa would say, waller you all over the ground.
Oh yeah.
And if you try to do it, carry it on your own, it will just carry you down. And so I got to that point, and I just, say, God, Jesus, take the wheel. I just need some rest. And so this fall, this coming week, I'm hoping to do that with my bride of 25 years coming up next week, that we're just going to rest some and, work on our relationships, because it's just been a really tough summer all the way around. And so you guys can pray for that for me. On the gun side, didn't do a whole lot. Of course, I carry every day. I reconfigured my bunker gun. This is the one I keep in the bunker. So I'm froze up, looks like on my screen. I froze up over there.
You are.
Awesome. I love it when things just keep breaking down on me. Okay, it shows me it's not frozen, but I think I am, and it's probably OBS.
Oh, you're froze.
All right, let's try redoing OBS here. Let's see what happens there. OBS just died, and we resurrect OBS. What happens? Or maybe we won't. It looks like we won't. Or OBS. Got the background, nothing else, huh?
Got the background.
It looks like the camera has decided it's going to do its own thing. See, I got gremlins everywhere, and there's no reason for it. I don't know.
The background looks good, though. Well, it did. It's gone now.
It's gone. I don't know why things are happening like they are, but they are happening like they are. All
There
right.
you are.
Okay. And I have to do the hokey pokey to get back to where I was at. Okay. So for those of you who are watching live, my bunker gun is an AR pistol, and I've got it set up, looks like the old M16 shorty. Got the brace on there.
Nice.
And it's got a problem with this sight.
Is that the side? Is that the side folding one?
No, this is just a shorty. It's just a straight.
Oh, so
no, the side folder is that's my truck gun.
I was gonna say that's a different one.
Yeah, this is a different one. This is one I made. I bought a whole bunch of those pistol things when they were like $69 or something. These lowers.
Uh-huh.
I bought a whole bunch of them. So I bought them so I can make all kinds of pistols. But I bought this this handle for the top, so it looks like the old M16 shorties. I don't know if you remember those.
Yes, oh yeah.
And it's got the Fosstick trigger in it.
That's what I used to carry when I was in the Air Force when we were out.
Oh yeah,
had the handle on it like that.
14-inch barrel or the 16 carbine?
It was a 16 carbine.
It's a 10.5-inch barrel pistol. I like that big foregrip on it. I had a cheese grater on the front of it, and it just was cutting me up all the time. I just like that. It's just nice to grab hold. So if anybody should ever come and make trouble while I'm in the bunker, this is my get out there and make some noise.
Your bunker buster gun. That's going to shoot.
A bunker buster gun. I'm not going to bust my own bunker, but I'll bust somebody coming into my bunker. Be melon busting time. Are we still alive? I don't know what's going on.
We are. We are.
Is anybody still watching? They're all like, shut up.
There are.
All right, I knocked everything over. I'm going to put my pistol over here.
You know, I get that newsletter every day from Palmetto State.
I had to turn it off.
On a, hey, they got the little Sky 9mm on sale this week for $159.
Oh gosh!
And I can tell you, I've got one. Sky sent me one. I don't know what, a couple years ago.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and we did a YouTube video with it. And dude, my daughter Tiffany has it right now, and but I put over 3,000 rounds through that thing, man. It's never jammed, nothing, not one time.
Yeah,
it just shoots. It just works.
Yeah, I think I was trying to comment on the backside. I can't even do that right. All right, so yeah, I saw those. They were really cheap. I saw I think Kentucky Gun Company had them real cheap too. I think they're like $199 or $179 or something like that. Kentucky Gun Company.
Palmetto still got that for the pistols. They still got that deal going. They got a pistol upper. It's they got a 7.5-inch barrel one. It doesn't come with a bolt carrier in it, but it's the upper 7.5-inch for like $189, and they got the lower with the guts, everything, internals and the lowers, with the Shockwave Blade Tech on it for $119. Wow. So you can get into one for just over $300.
Yeah, and you can buy I bought a bunch of those M16 full auto, whatever we're talking about, bolt carrier group, from them for, I think it was $59 or $69 a piece.
Cheap.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I bought like 4 or 5 of them, and I mean, you always need an extra bolt carrier group, you know.
Oh yeah.
I forgot where was that. All right, on the gun side, pretty much not much else on the guns. I'm still working on that shotgun, as I talked about earlier. I need to get a heavier sling. The one I've got it's adjustable sling. It probably do, but I think it's too thin. I want something a little bit wider to hold it. And I got a couple Blackhawk shotgun slings, that's got the like a scabbard. You put the shells in the sling itself. I've got one of those. I'm thinking about. I still don't know if I like the connectors on it. I don't know if they'll hold up. It's my concern. They're clips, and I'm worried that maybe, knowing the Bulwark classes, they may have a failure. So I might take a heavier duty one. Start off with that one, see how it works, and if it doesn't work well, then switch over if I have to. And then I still haven't found a good side saddle. I've got the extended tube. It comes with a 5-shot tube because it's imported. Stupid liberal gun laws, but it's just ignorant stuff. A 5-round tube on instead of an 8-round. Bunch of morons. All right. But as far as guns go, Daphne's wanting me to do some more training with her on pistol, and I'm going to let her be using that Keltec Sub 2000 as her car gun with a couple 33 round magazines. She should be fine. I've already got a light mounted for it, and I'm not going to put a red dot on it. I don't think she's going to need it that close range if she has to use something out of the car. All right, so that's pretty much on the gun side. For the hams out there, I did get that Wires X HRI 200 in, um, and I've got my own node assigned to me now. So we might have a God and Guns room, YSF room for you guys that are savvy to the Yaesu System Fusion. I've got the number, and I just haven't got it all set up. I just had so many other distractions. It probably will be at least 2 weeks because we're going to try to do something with the wife coming up the next week for some R&R and celebrating our 25-year anniversary.
Oh,
What else we got? I'm probably going to use the several of you that are our ham guys are asking, what am I doing with my FT2 DR now that I've got the FT3 DR? Probably going to go ahead and use that as a Wires X link with a laptop and here at the house because I don't really want to spend the money on another mobile radio or a base station radio to set up my own repeater here. So I'll just use that until I can save up enough money or I get somebody to trade me a FT2 for a for FTM 100 or something like that and make my own repeater here. So sorry for the nerd talk in the middle of the thing, but for the guys that got comms, they know what I'm talking about. All right, so EDC check. Got the usual suspects on me today. The Lock 30S, the bunker gun now is here with me, and the it's riding in my Super Tuck crossbreed and all the usual other things, including my Microtech SOCOM Elite Auto. I'm going to have to return it for repair because I have hooked the clip of the knife on the 3-point hitch lever. I don't know what you call it, the lever from my tractor, and it bent it, sprung it out, so it doesn't stay. And I tried to back these screws out. One of them came out. The other one broke off 3 different star tips that were the appropriate size. Just broke them off. So I don't know if it was just a cheap star tips or if that thing is in there tight. I'm thinking it might be welded in there because it's stainless steel screws, and sometimes those things can galled, or they say sort of weld themselves in. And if they tear it apart because it's under warranty, it's on them. If I tear it apart, then it's on me. So, but that's the only issue I've ever had with this thing. I love this knife. I love auto knives, and I love the feel, the lightness of the knife, and the speed of it, and the strength of it. There's the failures that clip right there, which really isn't its fault. I hooked it onto a piece of metal and set down, and it sprung it out. I mean, it can only take so much, I guess. But the clip seems to always be the failure on knives for me. So that's my stuff. What you got, Doug?
That one I've been looking at, that out the front, it's heavy now. It's steel, and
it's a big blade.
It's probably about that long, but it's got the Damascus steel design in it on down the front, and it's beveled inside.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty knife. Let's see, what are we doing? Everyday carry stuff, right? There it is, Glock 19.
Yep.
I've been wearing it out. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not. But I have got a lot of wear on this gun. It's starting to look. It looks like I put it out a truck window.
What's that?
I said it's starting to look like I've thrown it out the truck window or something. The wear on it from carrying it every day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean your carry guns they're not going to be pretty. They're like tools, man. They're like hammers. They get scraped and scratched, and you can see it on mine. I think you can. You see the wear there?
Mm-hmm.
You see the wear right here?
Oh yeah, you can see it on that side. See, that's where mine gets it too. Mine's on that same side.
But you got the leather and the Kydex. It's even on both sides of mine. But every one of the guns I've carried for years have got the wear on there. That Tefner finish holds on, but um, if you carry and use a gun and draw it. I mean, I draw my gun probably 4 times a day. Just I do in the mornings when I put it on, I do a couple of practice draws, and in the evening before I put it up, I do a couple. Pull a garment and practice draw, or if I just reach and grab and 5-step move, whatever discipline class you take, the planting your hand or grabbing your garment and locking it, and then locking onto your pistol securely, your finger in a safe location, bringing it up, engaging the hand, and driving out and taking your shot. If you do that, you're going to get wear on it.
Oh yeah.
So if you can show up to a gun class and your gun looks brand new out of the box, and they're going to think, well, this boy ain't never shot.
Right. This is my gun class gun.
Yeah. I'm going to try and impress everybody here with my gun that I've never shot before.
I tell you how, I've been to a few trainings and stuff before, and it's just different going from one training class to somebody else's training class.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go to one and you learn, like Jesse and the guys were the last one I did, but it was the first carbine I did as far as a training class. Right. But I've been through training, not necessarily like that, but through the military and everything else. And I was always taught, when you're reloading your AR, mag goes in when you insert it in.
Smack it.
You smack it or rack it on the bottom and rock on. And it was hard for me to break that up at that training class that day, because the Bulwarks guys tell you, once you seat it and you hear it click, pull on it to make sure it doesn't come out. I was never ever taught that. So
they explain to you why, though.
Well, yeah, I understand. So you don't want to round
double
jump out or jump up and miss feet or whatever. But I was never taught that. So Eric would be walking by me, I'd be doing a mag change or something, and I put it in, I pull, and it was stuck. It was good. I let go and I go, rock on.
He sat there in the class. He'd take, or out there in the field, he didn't in the class, but he hit a mag without being in the gun, and you see a round jump out.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just you do like that. The spring takes the tension, and then the round's loose. That kicks it out, and he's showing you that if you hit the bottom of the thing, and your bolt's back, you can put 2 rounds up in there when it's trying to chamber, and then you got a real bad problem, because you're not gonna clear that one easy. Because you got to pull the whole mag out. You got to dump out the right side, to clear the round, and then you got to visually check it, and by then you're dead.
Yeah. So you done pulled your pistol, then go for it. I'm looking forward to the pistol class. So I'm waiting to see what they have for us.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Bulwarks classes. They're all hot ranges. You go out there, everybody's armed and either holstered or reloading. Either on the line shooting, you're reloading your mags, but you don't walk around empty chambered. And so as long as everyone knows that, but the trouble is most military training that I understand, you're not live. There's not a live range that, you get your ammunition, you go to the line, you shoot, you come back empty, chamber flags and all, on your training days and stuff. But, and a lot of the courses that I looked at before, that was one of the things that my buddy Mike out there, out on the West Coast was texting me about earlier today. I don't know if Mike's over there now or not, but a class that we were looking at over there is going to be, front sight out there. They have, you can't carry on the campus. You can't carry guns on the campus. I'm like, I don't have any interest in going. If that's the case, I don't go anywhere except airplanes, and that's under duress that I would fly airplane without being armed. I'm just got to that point in my life that I just don't care. I'm not going to do it, and I don't. I would rather drive 2,000 miles than fly there, because I like my freedom and I like to have my stuff with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people telling me what to do. I've just come to that point in my life that I don't suffer foolishness very much, but I like my freedom. So there's that. All right, so we done with EDC. We're just rambling all over the place tonight. We're gonna never get nowhere.
Those are usually the best anyway.
Yeah, probably so. At least we're still alive.
Yeah, we are. We're still on there.
Hey, Brian, Bill, Gustavo's over there. Nathan. Yeah, Geisley Upper. Ooh.
I know.
What do you got, Geisley Upper? I never heard of Geisley Upper. Geisley Trigger? I like the Geisley Trigger on my past your neighborhood December, Doug.
Yep. I'll tell you when to stop in. I'll be here.
Cool. I was trying to catch up real quick while Ken is over there. John Atkinson. Man, we got a lot of people over there tonight. Cool deal. Y'all make sure you click a thumbs up. Back to the show. All right. So, Comedy Corner, what you got for us?
Let's see. Comedy Corner. This was pretty good. This was one that Chad, another one Chad sent me. I thought it was pretty funny. I was actually reading it to my wife the other night. I was sitting over in the chair. Like, what are you reading? So I read it to her and she started laughing. She thought it was funny. So one Sunday morning, a pastor was in the church and saw a 6-year-old boy standing at the back of the church. The pastor walked up and says, "Good morning, Alex." Alex replied, "Good morning, Pastor." Alex was staring at a plaque that was on the wall, and he asked the pastor, "What is this?" He replied, "It's a plaque. All the young men and women who died in the service." I stood there for just a couple more minutes and started with a trembling voice, and he asked the pastor, he said, "Which service, the 8 or the 10:30?
The children's service, of course.
Just the children's portion. I thought that was a pretty good one.
That's a good one. We maybe have done it before. It seems familiar, but how it is with us, lame jokes. We repeat them 2 or 3 times just to make sure we got them right.
Well, it seemed familiar to me for one reason, because I just read it to my wife the other day. So I'm like, did we read this on the show? Or I can't remember.
At least it wasn't a Little Johnny one, because there was a Little Johnny one. We know we read every one.
We've done Little Johnny. Poor Little Johnny.
Little Johnny. All right. So this week's Bible discussion verse. I'm still following along with this book, 40 Things to Teach Your Children Before You Die, by Greg Jackson. Greg with 3 G's. Chapter 5 here talks about you're not basically good. And the source verse from that is Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And, God's telling us here in this verse that, our heart will lie to us. What we feel is a lie. Our feelings, what we inherently understand on our own volition, is not necessarily true. What is true is what God says is true. And he says we're wicked. He says that apart from him, we can do no good thing. And that only thing that we can do is accept his free gift. And so we need to make sure that we understand that our good works does not save us. Our good works will not get us to heaven. Our good works does not put us in right favor with God. Only thing that puts us in right favor with God is our recognition that we are not good enough, and only his son was good enough to be that sacrifice. And we accept that free gift that he gives to us, being Jesus, of his death and his blood sacrifice, that we might be saved. And so our works after we are saved, or after we are in the process of salvation, uh, doesn't do anything for us. And so we're not basically good. And, this is prescient in the fact that I had a discussion. I may have mentioned it on the last show, maybe not, but had a discussion with someone. They were ranting on me about being a Christian and how foolish I was and stuff, and how they were an atheist. And something that I commented Twitter or somewhere about the foolishness of people who are claiming to be atheists, that they claim to know everything in the universe and that there is no God, to stand on that based upon their own knowledge, and how that was foolishness. And he took that as an offense and chose that to attack me. And I'm like, look, he said, I'm a good person. I follow the laws. And I'm like, well, that's good, but where do you find that? Where's your source from that goodness? He said, well, I follow the laws. I said, the laws of this country that are based on Christian Judeo values. He's like, well, I don't have a beef with you, man. I don't have a beef with you. If that makes you feel good or whatever, then I'm fine with that. I'm like, look, you say you're a good person. Your goodness is based on something. It has to be based upon either what you say is good, which makes you the highest moral authority, or what the government says is good, which in the case of our government, up until the last 40 years, most laws were based on Christian Judeo values. The right to life, don't murder, don't steal, don't do all these things that are based in biblical law. Treat each other how you'd like to be treated, kind of a thing. And so if you're basing upon that, then you are basing upon Christian Judeo values. If there is no God, then you're the ability to make a decision to do whatever you value is best for you. And so that would lead to lawlessness, chaos, and complete debauchery, which is the Communist Party, by the way. What is communism? Is the ultimate, they want to destroy Christianity so that there are no rights and wrongs, and so that their morality is no morality. They are able to do whatever vile, sick thing that they want to people, or to children, or to whatever they desire to do. So I'm rambling off into the woods here. So again, we are not the highest moral authority. The Bible is God's word shows us what the highest moral authority is. We're not basically good. We're evil. I'm evil apart from God. I am evil, wicked sinner, and I am hopelessly lost. All right, so that was Jeremiah 17:9. It's a good little book. If you guys haven't checked it out, I encourage you to do that. Read it with your children and teach them these values. Again, it's 40 Things to Teach Your Children Before You Die, and the Simple American Truths About Life, Family, and Faith by Greg Jackson. I'm just reading just a little sentence or two out of each one. I don't have any authorization to use it for anything, and I might get shut down for it or whatever. But I'm just sharing some nuggets out of there and encourage you to buy it. So, go ahead, Doug.
I was going to say you talking about atheists and stuff a while ago, and the funniest thing, I don't know if you ever used to watch MASH back in the day when it was on. Well, you can watch it today still.
Hot Lips Houlihan, yeah.
Huh?
Hot Lips Houlihan.
Oh yeah. Well, it always cracks me up every time I hear about atheists and stuff. Klinger, the one that used to dress up like the woman all the time, he went in and was talking to his commander. I can't remember if it was Potter or Henry Blake, one of them. But anyway, they asked him, they're like, religion. He goes, I'm an atheist. He goes, really? He goes, yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah. I swear upon a stack of Bibles, I'm an atheist.
I swear.
So, being that it's October now, it still feels like July, But
Oh yeah.
it's October and the spooks come out in October. October is my favorite month of the year. If you all didn't know that, I've said it probably every year that I've been on here, but October, I love it because the days are cool, the nights are cooler, and the bugs are all dying off. The trouble is, it's not happening yet. Maybe this
No.
weekend. Maybe October will be halfway into November this year. Usually in Kentucky, we get like a week of fall. We get hot, 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 cool, nice breezes, cool nights, and then hard rains, and then freezing cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down. It's supposed to get down next week when I'm over on the island. I think low to mid 60s, and it'll be like 85 during the day, which I can deal with that because they bring us back in for let us get lunch and stuff. So take a little nap, but it's just good. It's just hot sleeping in a tent when it's 90 degrees, man.
What's it like? Isn't it really like swampy on the island?
Oh yeah,
So aren't the mosquitoes like horrendous over there?
oh yeah.
I couldn't do it, man. I got to where I hate mosquitoes so much. I'd have to wear like 3 of those, whatever they are, the mosquito things. What are they? The
No stems.
thermo. Gosh, I use them all the time.
Oh,
The little
thermocels.
thermocells, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got like 12 of them things. I got like 2 in my truck. I've got 2 in the RV. I've got like 5 on the back porch. I keep a couple in the garage. I hate mosquitoes. They eat me up.
Dude, those thermocels, man, they just work. I took a picture. I don't know if it was last year. I had one attached to my tree stand bow hunt because if you bow hunt in Georgia, you better have one, or they're going to tote you off the stand. If they let go, you got a long fall. So I took a
Yeah.
picture of it and had it sitting on my thing, and I posted it, and a bunch of people started commenting. They're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a thermocell."
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
what's a thermocell? I'm like, where do you live?
Antarctica.
I know.
I bet you there's mosquitoes in Antarctica. I've not found a place yet there's not mosquitoes.
There was
There's one here with me right now.
there was a girl on one of my deer hunting forums the other day. She was talking. She said she wished that you could get the thermocell for like your back porch, a bigger version of it. So I jumped out on Amazon because I know they're there. They're like thermocell lanterns, and
They got
so I went,
patio one.
yeah. So I went and took a picture of it and showed her how much it was on Amazon and stuff, and sent it to her. I'm like, here you go, order you one of these. And she's like, oh my goodness, you're a lifesaver.
Yeah. I keep used to be one would be enough. I just put one under my chair. I sit on the back porch. Now I have to have 2, and sometimes 3 depending on the wind. Because I don't know. Right now, man, they're just really bad. As dry as it is, I wouldn't have thought it. I would have thought they'd all died off.
You think, but they have not.
No.
I was
I don't
sitting
know.
I was sitting in the stand the other night. We were hunting, and I was just sitting back. I was about half asleep. I had my arms crossed. I was leaning back against a tree. It was nice, little breeze blowing, so it wasn't real hot. And all of a sudden, I had a mosquito in my ear, and I shoot him off, and when just saying I had one on the other side. I'm like, what is going on here? And I looked back, my thermocell wasn't smoking, and I'd run out of butane on it. I was like, oh no.
Run to the truck.
Dude, they were swarming me before I could get that thing because I got one of those little sleeves that go around it. You can clip it to stuff. So I have it clipped to my backpack up above me, so it's blowing up near my head, so it just gets out everywhere.
Yeah.
And man, they were swarming me before I could just get a new butane and put in that thing and get it lit back again. And as soon as I hit it, I bet it wasn't 15 seconds, man. There wasn't a mosquito nowhere around me.
Yeah. It's amazing. You'll know as soon as those things run out of stuff because you'll have about 5 minutes for they cool down, and then you'll start getting bit. You're like, what in the world's going on? You look down, and it's out. You're like, ah.
That island we're going to over hunting, it's marsh and swamp. It's like 9,000 acres. and it's surrounded by marshes and stuff, depending on the tide. And they got they're black and white striped mosquitoes over there, and they're huge, man. Just big old things.
They just got out of jail.
Yeah, they did.
I've gotten bit by those down along the coast of Georgia. They're along the coastline.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
And man, them things hurt. You know when you get stung and bit by one of them things.
Yeah.
You usually kill them because you feel them as soon as they stick that thing in there.
It's like somebody giving you a flu shot.
Yeah, it hurts. It's almost as bad as the sand fleas in Georgia.
Yeah.
Sand fleas are mean little devils.
They're a pain too.
And the sand flies aren't much better. Yeah, I don't pretty much ever want to go back to Georgia, Doug. I just stopped seeing you for a little bit.
Just stop in, we'll fire the thermostat up, and you can get out of the car.
I hose the yard down with DDT or something. If they ain't that, it's a fire ants.
Oh, yeah, now you don't want to mess no fire ants now. Most people in the north don't even know what fire ants are.
I know because I was changing a tire one time. It went flat. Did I tell you about that? We were coming back from Mexico. We took a family trip down to San Antonio. There's a family reunion down there with the Clopton family. A bunch of Cloptons live in Texas. So we went to San Antonio. Well, we went on over into wherever it is on the other side of Brownsville there. I don't know what that little town is. We went down there and bought a bunch of cheap junk and ate some real Mexican food and came back across the border. And then we headed home. And so we're driving this like 1987 Chevy Astro van, and there's 6 of us in there. 4 Cloptons and two of us that we were dating 2 girls at the time. They stayed in the room with Mom, and me and Dad. Trevor stayed in another room. But we were, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Blew a tire. Of course, I'm the one that goes out and has to change the tire. And got it jacked up. They're all sitting there in the air conditioner running. It's like 110 degrees. And so the wheel stuck onto it. You know how the wheels in Kentucky, everything rust onto. So the wheels stuck to the axle, and so or the whatever. So I had to kick the thing. So I leaned back. It was kicking the bottom of the tire, trying to break it loose so it would come off, so I could put the sprayer on it. And I got my hand back to prop myself up. Well, I had my hand right next to someone's sandwich. Apparently, they threw out. I didn't notice. The fire ants have been claimed, and all of a sudden, it felt like my whole arm was stuck into electric fence. It's like, and they all hit at the same time.
Yeah, they do.
They all hit exactly the same time. It was like, man, I was like, whoa! I come straight up off the ground. I was back in reclined position. I stood straight up on my feet, and I was swatting. They were all up inside my shirt. I'm yanking my shirt off on the side of the road, swatting and stuff. They were up in my armpits and everywhere. My whole arm was just blood, just swollen up from one end to the other. I hate them things. I still had to change that tire after that. So.
They're vicious now.
Oh yeah, I was stomping them. They were all around me. Like, I wasn't eating your sandwich, dude. Leave me alone. People throwing food down along the side of the road. See what happens to me. All right, are you Walking Dead, Doug?
Am I walking?
Don't even know it. Walking Dead.
I felt like I was last week, but I don't know.
You have returned to the land of the living.
I did.
This really doesn't have anything to do with that TV show, Walking Dead, other than Doug was looking like it last week, maybe. I don't know. But, God says that that we are dead in our sins. We are not going to heaven from birth because curse of Adam that in Eve ate that apple and knowing, or whatever the fruit was, knowing that it would lead to death, because God said whoever eats of that will die. And that means her whole family line down the line have all been cursed. We have all failed. We would all fail on our own. Eve gets the big blame, but given the same choice, we would make the same choice because, again, going back to Jeremiah 17:9, we're deceitfully, our heart is deceitful and above all things and desperately wicked. Uh, that's just the way we are. We rebel against God's authority. We rebel against God's law. We reject that. We want to make our own gods in our own image, the way we want. God is the only one that is holy. He is the only one that has heaven, and we are not going there unless we accept that free gift, as we spoke about earlier. Uh, there's only one way to heaven. And so, if you have not realized and recognized your sin and recognize that you're not good enough to get to heaven, no one is, only Jesus. Uh, no one's good enough. No one's works is acceptable. The only accepted works is that what Jesus did for us on Calvary. That he died, laid down his life. He didn't have to lay down his life for us while we were still enemies of God, and died for us that we might be able to be reunited with God through his sacrifice. And so, if you have not recognized that you're separated from God, if you have not recognized that your works won't get you to heaven, and that the only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ, then you are a dead man walking, and you have no hope except for Jesus. And I say it straight up. I know it to be true. I know it in my life. I know it in the lives of those around me, those who have lived the life, who have lived a saint's life the best they could once they accepted Jesus. And my encouragement to you is, if you do not know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, email me, text me, or whatever way you want to, or Doug, or go see your local pastor that is preaching from the Bible and not preaching from his pocketbook, and learn what the good news is. Gospel means good news. Good news is there's a Savior, and we have a free gift. It's free to accept, but you're giving away your life, the rest of your life, to follow Him.
Mm-hmm.
People say, "Oh, it's too easy." No, it's not easy at all. The acceptance of it is easy. The living it out every day is the hard part. And I fail and have to apologize and ask forgiveness. And I'm sure Doug fails.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is God forgives. And He tells us to forgive others as He forgives us. So we know if He forgives us as much as we need to forgive other people, we're in good shape.
That's right.
Anything you want to throw in there, Doug?
No, I was probably walking dead for a while.
Oh, I know I was. And now, I got lost chasing after the world's desires, chasing after what the world told me was important. I bought into that garbage, and until I realized, this isn't getting me anywhere at all. In fact, it's taking me the wrong path, and I had to repent from. I accepted Jesus at an early age, at 6 years old, and wanted to be baptized at a very early age, and they wouldn't baptize me until I was 10. The pastors wouldn't, because they thought, well, I was too young. I didn't know what I was talking about. But I recognized that I was not like other people in the church, and that I was not a good person. At 6, I recognized I was not a good person, and I was mean and things that separated me from God. When I got older, in my later teen years, I got wrapped up into the whole rock and roll, good times stuff, and thinking that the lyrics of those songs sort of became my really unconscious playbook. Because when you sit there and you sing those songs, you're programming your mind to think that way. And I've had to quit listening to a lot of songs I used to like as a teenager, because I recognize that I'm saying things that are anti-biblical, that are really just unholy in every way, and are debauchery. So you gotta be careful what you put in. What's the computer programming thing? Garbage in, garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you program in your mind is what you're going to spit out. The people you hang around are the people you're going to be like. And so if you want to be like someone's vile and disgusting, don't hang around. If you don't want to be that way, then don't hang around vile, disgusting people, or don't hang around people who have an alcohol problem, or don't hang around with people who have a promiscuity problem or adultery problem. You need to hang around people that you want to be more like, not that you want to be less like. Yeah.
Right.
All right, and stay plugged in the Bible. The Bible. If you eat the Bible every day, take it in like a pill. When you come across situations, that scripture is going to pop right in your head. When you hear someone say something that's a lie from the devil, you'll say, that's a lie from the devil, and you'll quote that scripture. I do it to my children all the time. Drives them crazy. But do it to my wife, too. She doesn't like it either. But I'm telling you, it will come back to you. God will bring it to remembrance. You may not be able to quote, the exact verse, but you'll have a knowledge that you can go find the exact verse, because it'll be enough in your memory that you'll remember it. All right, Doug, our quick plugs for those people who support us, and then we'll be on to the NRA Armed Citizen.
All right.
All right. So if you like saving money and finding good deals, use our DeVore link.
And stuff.
DVOR is DeVore link. DeVore is an Optics Planet clearinghouse, and they have really cool stuff. I buy a lot of clothing on there because I like outdoor. I don't know. It's like military type clothing, and it's really well made, and it's cheap. And it's proper, and what's the other one I buy a lot of? Proper starts with a T. I don't know. Can't think of it right at the moment. But there's a lot of cool stuff over there. A lot of flashlights and gun accessories and gun parts and uppers and barrels and optics and cameras and night vision, and anything that you could think of, they've got it. And what happens is they'll have clearance out stuff that they haven't moved enough of, that maybe they had too much inventory, and so they'll clear it out through that DeVore link. So if you use our DeVore link and sign up, it doesn't cost you anything, and they send us a little bit of love if you decide to purchase something. But if you don't use our link, we don't get anything. If you want to buy some body armor, Hoplite, our buddy Lyman Bishop up there in Montana is Hoplite Armor, and check him out, and there's a link in there for that. Zija, you guys have been talking to me a lot about Zija, and I've got to confess, I have not put that sample into that store. I got to put that on my list. I got a list about 20 pages long. I'm going to try to move it to the top. But Zija is what I take to help with arthritis and aches and pains, and it's helped me lose a lot of weight. I'm 19 pounds. No, I'm 18 pounds from my married weight. I don't think I'm going to make it. I was trying to get back to at least my married weight before our anniversary. I'm just not going to make it. Unless, I just don't eat anything else between now and next week, which I don't think that's possible. I got too much to do. So, I put that in there to remind me. You got the next couple?
Yeah. So, Crossbreed holsters. You've heard Troy and I talk about them all the time on the show. I mean, you can see it right back there. Crossbreed holsters. They got a holster for you. They actually had a overstock sale this past week. We're selling Super Tuck Deluxes at a super price. But outstanding holsters. Troy and I both carry with them. We love them. It's the most comfortable holster you're going to put on by far. I guarantee if you buy one, you will love it. And you'll see what Troy and I are talking about. They have the belly band. They have the Super Tuck, the Mini Tuck, the Drop Slide, the Freedom Carry. Help me out, Troy. They've got all kind of them. I can't think of the other ones.
Gideon belts are the best on the planet. The belts are awesome.
Belts are awesome. They also have an appendix carry for you guys that don't have a tactical muffin top. You can get those and like them.
They have the Ojai, which is the like a Velcro backed So you can move it from one thing to the next.
Yep. So they have a holster for whatever kind of you want to carry and any way you want to carry that gun. So go check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com. And if you find something there that you like, which you're going to, use our promo code GNG, and they'll give you a 10% discount for just listen to us talk about it and using our promo code.
Right there.
I don't know if I told you last week or not, but one of the school districts here in Georgia started letting some of their teachers had to go to a training class, but they got to start carrying in the school. Now, I don't want to say which one it is yet because I'm not sure they want it out there. But anyway, one of them had messaged me and wanted to know what was a good holster for concealed carry for when they were at school. And of course, I told him the Super Tuck Deluxe, and
or the Mini Tuck, depending on what he's carrying.
Well, they're carrying Glock 19s.
Oh, okay.
So the school system bought them all Glock 19s. I was like, dang, I need to come work for that school system. Get me one. But he messaged me back, I don't know, about 2 weeks later, and said they had gotten them in. I think they ordered 10 or 12 of them to start with. And all Super Tuck. I told him, I said, get the horsehide backer. He said that the school didn't get those. They got just the regular ones with just a regular, cowhide, I guess is what it is. Not the horsehide backer. But he was telling me how much everybody that got one, how much they loved it and how comfortable it was carrying those crossbreed holsters.
You need to give a testimony.
I know, I do. I need to get him to write something up. I meant to send Justin a text the other day and let him know that those guys from the system had bought them. I told him to use our promo code, and they could get a discount on it. But I don't know if he did that or not. Knowing the school system, they probably just spent the money and rocked on. Which, hey,
ain't their money.
No. Hey, for crossbreed, that's a good thing either way. So, anyway, go check them out, crossbreedholsters.com, and they will hook you up. Also, Axelson Tactical. I actually just happen to have mine laying right here. There's my Combat 5.56 that Jeff and the guys got for me, and Cerakoted in camo. That's my hog gun, and that's also the gun that I took the Bulwark class with the other day. That worked. I mean, flawless driving gun. I didn't get the coin out of it, but that was my fault, not the gun's fault. So they got custom pistols, knives. They got a gun case that converts into a backpack, and then you can take it off and actually lay it out and make a shooting mat out of it. There's all kind of stuff, and they also have a storefront now where they sell all kinds of guns that you can get and have shipped to your FFL and get them. But lots of stuff out there. Great folks. And if you like T-shirts, which I do, Troy does, they also got a great line of T-shirts out there with the Axelson logo and stuff on them. So go check our buddies out at AxelsonUSA.com. Use our promo code God and Guns and get a 10% discount just for listening to us on that one as well.
Good deal. Interiors Alliance is a pillar of patriots. It's a support group amongst all these different various businesses that support each other in getting more business for each other, and they support the veteran community, especially those that have been injured in their duty. And so if you would like to know more about Interiors Alliance, check them out. We are Interiors Alliance Life member. They had some life memberships left. I don't know if they still have any left now or not, but they've picked up some really big names in the industry as of last year or two. Casey had done a great job. I think he's now with an ammunition company, another ammunition company. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know the guy that, gosh, I hate getting old. I can't remember anything. But he's doing good. He's got, he always had like 3 or 4 jobs going at the same time, seemed like anyway. So check that out. Check them out at interiosalliance.com. And for those, I didn't really finish up with Zija. You go to godandguns.myzija, and you can find out my testimony, and you can see the products there. They're changing up their product line. I think they're getting rid of a lot of the essential oils that they had been really in that market quite heavy, but I think that was a moat too far for them to jump. So they have redefined their product lines and change up their stuff coming up at the end of this year with some new products coming out. So it's going to be exciting. All the stuff I take is still going to be available. The Super Mix and the XM3s and the premium tea. I think they're doing away with the daily tea because I just don't think they sell enough of it. But along with that, if you want to lose weight, there's a good dietary recommendations by a man named Russ Bianchi. He is the original formulator of the Zija Smart Mix. Will help get the company off the ground going. There's a link there for his things to stay away from, things you can eat in moderation, and things eat anything you want to have. List. It's 3 pages. It's real simple. It just helps you make good decisions when you go to restaurants or stores to buy your groceries and stuff. That's there available for you. All right, and a new sponsor, Doug. No, not really.
Like what?
I wish. Ford. No, Ford's not going to sponsor a show. They probably wouldn't have anything to do with this. All right, so you got the NRA Armed Citizen there.
Hey, NRA.
Oh, we got patches and stickers. I still got patches and stickers left. Oh, yeah. And if I sell them, I might have enough money to buy some shirts. But I'm not going to throw any more money. Hey, you got you some stickers there. Did I send you enough?
That's the patch.
I don't remember how many I sent. I thought I sent a handful of them.
You did. And then
the sticker.
There's a sticker. Stickers. And hey, just so we can show.
Yep.
Patch. Hey.
But it's the Patriot Patch Company. All right, back to Armed Citizen. Sorry.
All right, NRA Armed Citizen. Actually, these were short, so I actually got a couple of them in there. They were one of the things on Armed Citizen this week was they had several little articles. The first one was from August 28th, and this is in Dallas, Texas. An 84-year-old man had protected himself and his sleeping wife by shooting an armed intruder, a home intruder, who then fled the property. Burglars had targeted the couple in the past, and the man told journalists that he had decided not to be a victim anymore. He explained that the police can't be everywhere at once, so sometimes you've got to take responsibility of your own to protect your own.
Preach, brother.
Preach it. The Neighborhood Crime Watch leader agreed, saying if more people would shoot at the robbers or invaders, they would think twice about breaking into their homes.
Or they wouldn't go rob somebody else after they got shot.
They would think.
They might think.
They might think, hey, this person might be armed. So that was the first one. The second one comes to us this was August 7th, Lake City, Florida. A man used his firearm to protect his home against an intruder, attempting to hold the intruder at gunpoint while calling the police. The intruder fled, but was later captured by law enforcement officers. An investigation later determined that the intruder, who had a lengthy criminal record, had been in the process of stealing rifles and hunting knives from homeowners. So there was 2 right there. I don't know if you saw one the other day. I think Crossbreed actually put it out. I was on their site, and it showed a guy walk up to his door from the inside, and he's looking through the peephole, and then you see him back up, and he goes out of the frame with the camera for a minute. And when he starts to come back, all of a sudden the door flies open. There's 2 or 3 thugs standing in the door. One of them kind of like donkey kicks it, he kicks backwards and kicks the door and kicked it open. As soon as he walked in, and this will be good for all the liberals that are out there that think ARs are bad, 3 intruders get ready to walk in this guy's apartment. The first one does walk through the door, and he's met with an AR-15 looking at him right in the face. And, man, they was scurrying like cockroaches. And the boy didn't fire. He didn't shoot. He didn't kill anybody or anything else. He was justified and probably should have, but he didn't. and but they all took off. So, if people are going to come to your house and rob you in multiples of 3 and 4 and 5 sometimes, Grandpa's 6-year revolver just ain't going to cut it.
Unless you're a really good shot.
You better be a really good shot.
Because reload is not going to work for you. All right. Well, we're coming up to the wrapping it up phase. You guys can send your feedback to Troy at GuidingGunsPodcast.com or
Doug at GuidingGunsPodcast.com.
Please tell your friends about us. Leave us an iTunes review. Please leave us an iTunes review. Unless you're a mad Canadian, we don't want that one. Leave us an iTunes review. Like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/GuidingGunsPodcast. There's a backstory to that for you new people. Subscribe and like us on YouTube. And please subscribe. If you guys are watching these whenever we pop them up and stuff, please make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell thing so you guys get notified whenever we have a new one come up. What else we got? Twitter. Well, I don't know if you guys should follow me on Twitter or not, but I get a little bit too far out in the weeds out there. I need to pray more and fight politics less.
Oh, dude, I went on a rant Monday night. I
saw it.
I was so mad, and I had just had enough, and I just went off. And one of my buddies, he's like, "Bye, Felicia. You fix to go to jail." I'm like, "I know, but hey, I didn't get thrown in jail. I couldn't believe it."
It's the passion. It was the passion, dude.
I guess.
I tell you, I don't see how they can sleep at night. Just the lies and lies and lies. It's just like, seriously, people. I mean, do you not realize what you look like? Oh, okay, we're not going there.
The lies.
I'm not getting mad, Doug. It's too late at night.
Okay, I won't either.
Let's end on a positive note. God's in control. It's all going to work out in the end. That's all you need to know.
That's it.
It might get really bad before then, but it's going to be all right in the end because I've got my ticket to ride.
That's me.
And, I ain't afraid of none of them little people because my God fights for me. And I don't have to fight because my God fights for me. My God goes before me. And all I got to do is proclaim the truth and let the chips fall where they will.
Hey, I was watching, and this might have been, no, it wasn't Crossbreed that posted this. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, I was watching a video yesterday. It showed this little old man and woman, and the woman walked. Did you see that?
I saw it. Antifa?
Yeah, standing in front of her, yelling at that poor little old lady and that little old man. And there's grown adults that stand with their phones so they can video record it. Somebody should have walked up and the crap out of them little Peckerwoods and sent them back to their mom and daddy's basement crying.
Yeah. Everybody wants to record, not get involved. Let's go in there like a freight train, man. Just knock them little bitty basement dwellers off the road.
I don't have one, but I've been thinking about getting an asp. And
what'd you say?
An asp. And I want to carry it in my pocket just to keep on me. That way, that way, if I need to take somebody's kneecap out, and move them out of the way.
At least log chain works.
Yeah, but that's hard to carry around in your pocket, though.
Depends on your pocket.
I want one about that long that extends out to about that long.
You just get you a chain belt. It's just a log chain belt. Whip that puppy out. You drop your drawers at the same time. Distract him. Then whack them across the head.
Then whack them when they bend over laughing. I just get so mad at them knuckleheads, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't ain't good. They're just stupid. They're deceived. They're blinded by the God of this world. They are lost in their sin, and they have no hope apart from Jesus. And we need to pray for them and try to spread the gospel to them the best we can, because the only thing that's going to change them is a fiery pit. And when they realize that's where they're heading, they'll get changed. But until then, they're going to be stupid. Either that, or somebody got to run them over with a truck. It's just the way it is. Yeah, there's a lot of ignorant, hateful people filled with the devil's lies out there.
Hey, I got
They
a news.
they are of their father, is to quote John 8:44.
I got a news alert today there was like 4 police officers killed in France this morning. A guy walked in the police station with a knife and stabbed a bunch of officers. Did you see that one?
No, I don't watch the news much anymore. It's just, this makes me mad
That does me.
because they don't show you anything but what they want to program you with.
Yeah, this wasn't on the news. I get like news feeds and stuff of stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was one of the ones that came across my phone as a news feed, and I was reading it, and I was like, see, I mean, that shows you right there. It's not the tool that does it; it's the person and the person's heart that are bad.
Okay.
Did you stay with me?
Yep, I was just reading comments over here. Ryan is asking, where did you find pants for us y'all guys, Troy? Us y'all.
You buy your pants and stuff off of
Devore. I buy them off Devore. I get the Proper, and the other one is, what's the other one?
Is it TLC or TCL or something like that?
I could drop my pants right now and probably take a look. I don't know. There's several good brands on there, but they've got up to like, I started buying them. They had 5Xs, and I'm down to 2 and 3Xs now. In shorts and pants, they got cargo pants and shorts. And man, when I first started buying them, they were like, the shirts were like $17, and the pants were like, the shorts were $19, the shirts were $17. They've come up a little bit since then. True Spec is the other one. I buy True Spec shirts, and I buy proper shirts and proper jackets and proper coats and True Spec coats, and they're all like military mil spec clothing. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they even have like BDUs. I bought a bunch of BDUs because they were cheap. I mean, you buy them, they're like $17 to $22, $24 for 3X talls and shirts, and for 2X pants, 2 and 3X pants. Well, you can't buy big and tall clothes. It's like $75 for a pair of pants. That's cheap. $75 for a pair of pants, and for like 3X or 4X tall shirts I used to buy, them things for like $75, $80, $90 a piece at the big and tall stores. And these things are better made. They've lasted for years. I mean, I've got shirts that I bought through Devore, at least 4 or 5 years old, and still wearing them. I just now have zippers starting to wear out on those zip up hide shirts where you can drop cell phones in the pockets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Them things are great, and they last. They wear. You can throw them in the washer and just hang them up, or you can throw them in the dryer, and they ain't got no wrinkles when they come out. I don't think they're American made, but man, they're good stuff. They're good quality stuff. I guess they're made with the material that the government specs out. So enough of the advertising for Devore. Any other questions out there we can help you all with before we wrap this thing up? Axelson's got a new set of caps.
Yeah, they do.
We appreciate you guys being out there with us live. Those of you all who can't make it, we interact with our YouTube live listeners. So you know who we're talking about on the side here. All right, so yeah, we had somebody ask about where we get our gun trades at, and I've traded all over the place, but I've been using MeWe here locally the last 3-4 years because Facebook kicked everybody off. They still sell them on Facebook. They just advertise a gun box, so you make contact with them and find out what they're selling, directly through direct message. But they'll say box for sale $400 or box for sale $500. So they're not selling the box, just to let you know. But MeWe, we use local. Have you ever set up a MeWe down there?
Yeah, I got a MeWe account.
You ever do any trading in that way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only place I know of. I know there's a couple newspapers that have classifieds online here in Kentucky that I trade through from time to time.
We have a site down here in Georgia called the Outdoor Trader,
Uh,
and they've got it broke down in a category: rifle, pistol, shotguns, bows.
cool deal. All right, let's go wrap this puppy up. It's getting late. People need to go bed, get to work tomorrow. Man, it's 10:30. All right, so our website, I don't know, Doug, is it live again?
Nah, man, I've been sick for 2 weeks.
I know.
I ain't done nothing on it.
In deer season and duck season, we won't have that thing back up until February, March. All right, so until next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bible closer.
Good night, y'all.
Y'all have a good night.
We're going to shut this puppy down. Where do you find? Okay, we've already answered all these questions. Thanks for watching, and make sure to do the thumbs up for us, please, if you're still out there.
Yeah.